लक्ष्मीन्द्रसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये अहोबिले गरुडशैलमध्ये कृपावशात् कल्पितसन्निधानं लक्ष्म्या समालिङ्गितवामभागं लक्ष्मीन्द्रसिंहं शरणं प्रपद्ये रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये माता पिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य नः कुलपतेर्वकुलाभिरामम् श्रीमत्तदङ्घयुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्च मगदाक्षयभट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रेणु परकाल यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। आधराहितचारुवंशनालाः मकुटालम्बि मयूरपिञ्छमालाः हरिनीलशिलाविभङ्गलीलाः प्रतिभाः सन्तु ममान्तिमप्रयाणे कृष्णत्वदीयपदपङ्कजपञ्जरान्तम् आद्यैव मे विशतु मानसराजहंसः प्राणप्रयाणसमये कपवातपित्तैः कण्ठावरोधनविधौ स्मरणं कुतस्ते। Narayana, welcome sir and thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to you. The question is the topic they have given. Could you hear me, Swami? Could you hear me? You can do so. It's too far. Amma, could you hear me now? So, they asked me to talk about Saranagaty. Let us try to analyze stepwise how much time you want to set. Depending on that, I had to change. How much time you want to spend? 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? You want me to close by 9 o'clock? The best way is close the door so that they cannot at least go out. What else we can do? So coming back to the very first thing before we talk about Saranagaty, why do we need Bhagavan, right? Why do we need Bhagavan? He came to America, he bought a car, he got a house, he got a wife, he has children, he is happy, right? Why do you need Bhagavan? Because you got what you wanted. You wanted a car, you wanted a house, you wanted a wife, you wanted children, you had everything. So what is the need of Bhagavan there? Because whether you have wife, house, children, etc., you still have 4 problems. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. You are still going to become old. You are still going to die. And when you die, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. When you die, again you are going to be born. And again when you are going to be born, there is no guarantee you will be born in America. There is no guarantee that you will become like Aishwarya Roy. There is no guarantee you will become President Obama. There is every likelihood you can be born as a cat or a dog or a skunk or a snake also. Right? That is the reason why we need Bhagavan. Because Chaturvidha bhajante mam jana sukritinorjuna artho jignasahu ardharthi jnani cha bharatarshava. 4 types of people need Bhagavan. Artaha, those of us who have problem. Show me one person who is not having a problem. You know why all of us came to the temple? We have a problem. That's why we came here to tell him, Swami, I have a problem. Everybody has a problem. You ask him, wife problem, husband problem, children problem, money problem, office boss problem, teenage daughter problem. Everybody has a problem. Show me one person who doesn't have a problem. Artaha, Jignasuhu. Some people are inquisitive. Let us see who that Bhagavan is. Let us know something about that Bhagavan. Inquisitive people, they are not very serious about Bhagavan. Ardharthi, all of us. When we came to America, I don't know about you people, when I came some 30 years back, the foreign exchange around was only $22. So we came to America with $22 only. After coming, good, he made $1 million. But the problem is, once he made $1 million, he is thinking how to get $10 million. If you made $10 million, the next problem, how to get $100 million. There is no limit. Ardharthi, for material comforts, we still need Bhagavan. Jnani cha Bharatarshapa, those Mahatmas who are thinking of attaining salvation, they also need Bhagavan. So 4 types of devotees will come to Bhagavan. Artha, Jijnasuhu, Ardharthi, Jnani cha Bharatarshapa. So all 4 types of people will come to Bhagavan. That is why we need Bhagavan. Otherwise, there is no escape from this. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jakare Shayanam. Again birth, again death, again sleeping in the womb of a mother. You know that Mahatma only said sleeping in the womb of a mother. He did not say sleeping in the womb of a human mother. Do you mean to say a mother cat is not a mother to a baby cat? Do you mean to say a mother dog is not a mother to a puppy? Do you mean to say a mother tiger is not a mother to a baby tiger? So he only said Janani Jakare Shayanam. He did not say Manushya Janani Jakare Shayanam. So there is no guarantee that will be born as human beings again. People have counted the world population as 7 billion or so. Very good. Do you know how many fish are there in the Pacific Ocean? Do you know how many earthworms are there under the ground? Do you know, can anybody count how many plants are there? These are all Jivatmas. These are all Jivatmas. Based on the karma, depending on the karma, we are going through the cycle of birth and death and birth and death. That is what Lord Krishna says. Jatasya he dhruvo mrutyuhu dhruvam janma mrutasya cha tasmat apariharyarthe natvam shuchitam arhasi. For everyone who is born, you go to the astrologer and show your hand and say, Swami, Gruha Yogam. Means I am still living in a rented apartment. When do I buy my new house? Vahana Yogam. I am still using the public transportation. When will I buy my own car? So Yogam you are asking for. Whether the astrologer looks at your hand or your horoscope, whatever he says is true or not, God only knows. But there is only one thing that is certain. What? Mrutyuhu. The only thing that is certain in our life is death and nothing other than death. That is the only thing that is certain. In between birth and death, we have diseases and old age. So how to overcome the repeated cycle of birth and death? Literally moksha. Moksha means nothing other than getting out. Getting out of what? Getting out of the cycle of birth and death. That's all. Then you should know, if you are serious about that, even if you made $1 million, when you are going to die, your million is not going to come with you. Even if you are the beauty queen, your beauty will not come with you when you are going to die. And the next birth, what can it be? You ask some biology people, etc., Darwin, etc., evolution theory, they say there are 430,000 species of life. But you come to the Vedic philosophy, very simple, only 4 ways you will get your birth again. Just 4 species only, namely Sura, Nara, Tiryak, Sthavara. Only 4 ways you get your birth again. Sura, if your punya karma is so good, if you die, urdhvam gachanti satvastha. If your punya karma is good, you can become a Devi Devata. Do not think Devi Devatas are somebody different. They are the same Jivatmas. Because of their accumulated punya karma, they are elevated next time to the level of Devatas, that's all. You don't believe it? Very simple. Once Indra was doing a yajnam and did a Brahma Hatya. Therefore the Saptarshis pushed him out of the Indra's Simhasanam. But the chair cannot remain vacant. They looked around. They found a king on the planet Earth by name Nahusha, who just completed 100 Ashwamedha Yagas. And said, okay, you are qualified to come. Come over. Sit in Indra's chair. So when he is here, he is Nahusha. When he is elevated and kept in the chair of Indra Simhasana, he is Indra there. Depending on the punya karma, a Jivatma will be elevated to the level of Brahma, to the level of Rudra, to the level of Indra. In fact, Brahmatvam, Rudratvam, Indratvam, they are not the names of individuals. It is the name of the chair that they are occupying. Just as, suppose this gentleman is a police inspector. For 30 years he worked as a police inspector. His actual name could be Ramaraju. But when he is coming, they don't call him Ramaraju is coming. They say Inspector is coming, Inspector is coming, Inspector is coming. Is his name Inspector? No, it is the job title that he is holding. Same thing, Brahmatvam, Rudratvam, Shivatvam, etc. is exactly like that. If your Punya Karma is good, you can be born again next time as a Devi Devata. If your Punya Karma, Papa Karma almost are balancing with each other, we will be taking birth again as a human being. If our Papa Karma is so much, we will be Adho Gachanti Tamasaha. We will be taking the birth of a cat or a dog or a skunk or an animal or a bird. Tiryak means vertebral column. If it is vertical, we are human beings. If it is horizontal, a cat or a dog or a tiger or a skunk or a bird, that's all. Very simple to understand. Either Sura, Devi Devatas, Nara as human beings, Tiryak as any animal or a bird. And there is one more also, Sthavara, like a plant or a tree. What do you think are all the trees? What do you think are all the plants? Just nothing but the Jivatmas. Depending on their karma, they have taken that kind of a birth. The choice is yours. Whether you, even if you become a Devi Devata, remember it is not moksha. Even if you become a Devi Devata, it is not moksha. Go back to Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Te punya masadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyam divi deva bhogam. Te tam bhunkva swargalokam vishalam shine punye martyalokam vishanti. Evam trayi dharma manuprapanna gata gatan kama kama labhante. Ayaram, Gayaram, Ayaram, Gayaram. Our life will be like that. We come to the Bhuloka, do some punya karma. Then go to Swargaloka, enjoy the Deva Bhogas. How long you can enjoy? What is Swargaloka, by the way? What is your perception of Swargaloka? Whenever you go for a conference or a meeting, you stay in 5-star hotels, right? Sheraton, Hyatt, like that. So Sheraton, Hyatt is a 5-star hotel. Swargaloka is nothing but a 27-star hotel, nothing other than that. Because there are only Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, 27 stars, right? So Swargaloka is nothing but a 27-star hotel, nothing more than that. So when you go to stay in Sheraton, what will he do? He will ask you for your credit card. He will swipe it. Immediately he will know, oh, this fellow's credit balance is $30,000. So at the rate of $250 per day, right? He will calculate, you can stay here. You can stay here, 30,000 divided by 250. 250 times 250, then 50. So 12. How many days you can stay? 120 days you can stay in this hotel. After 120 days of your hotel stay, what you will say? Sir, will you vacate? If you don't vacate by the next day, you will throw your baggage out. Correct? Exactly. When you enter Swargaloka, this Chitragupta has sent your account over there. This man has this much of punya karma. With equivalent of this much of punya karma, you can stay for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Enjoy as much as you want. In Swargaloka, there are no rules in Swargaloka. There are no rules, no regulations. Enjoy, enjoy, that's it. I don't have to go deep into that. Anything and everything you want to enjoy, enjoy. How long you will enjoy? Until your credit balance comes to zero. Once your $30,000 credit limit has reached, they will kick you out. Chine punye martyalokam vishanti. When your punya karma is exhausted, they will push you out of this Swargaloka and you will fall down. And what has our life become? Gata gatam kama kama labhante. Gata, you go there. Agata, you come back again. So Ayaram, Gayaram, Ayaram, Gayaram. That's all our life will be. Even Swargaloka is not moksha. Then what is moksha? Moksham is defined as yad gatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. Going where you will never come back. That is Sri Vaikuntham. That means you go to Sri Vaikuntham with a one-way ticket. But you know the most unfortunate thing? We are all Indians. So we have a different kind of a mentality. A return ticket is always cheap. Therefore we always buy the return ticket. We never buy a one-way ticket. So we have to overcome this mentality of buying a return ticket. Because Swargaloka, Brahmaloka, etc. is just nothing but you go with a return ticket. If you go there, your punya karma is exhausted, you have to come back here and take birth again. Whereas Vaikuntham is the only place where you go with a one-way ticket. Yat gatva na nivartante thatvam paramam mama. Going where you will never come back again to this Bhuloka. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Suppose you come back. You know what you have to go through again? Imagine how many number of people, they lose their father. They lose their mother. Some people lose their husband. Some people lose their wife. Some people lose their children. Correct? So when you come back here, do you want to go through again the same old nonsense again and go through the pain again? That is the reason why Bhagavan says, Yat gatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. That is why it is called Parandhama. Then comes the question, what is that place if I go there, I will never come back? That is called Sri Vaikuntham, the place of Lord Sriman Narayana. Then comes the question, why not, why only Vaikuntham? Why not Brahmalokam? Why not Indralokam? Why not Rudralokam? So many lokas are there, right? If you are comfortable with the Vedic religion, even if you follow science, there are so many solar systems, so many galaxies are there. Every day they are finding new planets, new satellites, etc. Correct? Whereas in the Vedic system, they classified them just into 14 systems. 7 are the Urdhvalokas, 7 are the Adholokas, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Tapoloka, Janaloka, Brahmalokas. Urdhvalokas. Likewise the Adholokas, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala Lokas. So anywhere you go up to the Brahmaloka, Lord Krishna specifically says, Brahma Bhuvana Lokan, Punaravrutti Norjuna, Mamupechiti Kaunteya, Punarjanma Navidyate. Even if you go to the highest of the highest systems, namely the Brahmaloka, you will come back and take birth again. Brahma Bhuvana Loka, up to the highest planetary system in the Prakriti Mandalam, namely the Brahmaloka. Even if you go up to the highest level Brahmaloka, Punaravrutti Norjuna, when your punya karma is exhausted, you will come back and take birth again. Mamupechiti Kaunteya, Punarjanma Navidyate. Only if you reach that Krishna Loka, Narayana's Loka, Vishnu Loka, Sri Vaikuntham, you will not come back. The choice is yours. Where you want to go. Where you want to go, how many births you want to take, the choice is yours. Then how many births we have already taken? We are thinking, suppose I ask him, how old are you? He will say, 43 years old. What do you mean by 43 years old? That 43 years is the age for his body, not for his soul. Because your soul is as old as Paramatma himself. Achedyoyam adakyoyam akledyo soshchayevacha nityaha sarvagataha sthanuhu achaloyam sanatanaha. Sanatanaha. Your soul, your body age is 44 years. Your soul age, trillions and trillions of years. And how many births we have taken? Not one, not two, millions and millions of births we have taken. And shamelessly, I am here, you are here, we are all here. What does it mean? We did not pass the exam. That's all. That is the bottom line. The exam is, have we reached Sri Vaikuntham or not? If you have reached Sri Vaikuntham, I will not be here, you will not be here. The very fact we are still here, we are still a failure. The question is, would you like to pass the exam at least this time? That is the thing. But the thing is, when I failed my exam first time, suppose you appeared for your whatever exam, right? High school exam. When you failed for the first time, you felt very, very bad. You failed second time, you felt miserable. You failed the 10th time. You know what you say? This time also fail. So you will laugh at it. Because you are accustomed to 10 times failing the exam, so you are taking it with a smile, not with a pinch of salt. 10th time when you fail, you are thinking, this time also fail. So 50th time when you take the exam, you know what you are saying? Do I have to look at the results? Means I know I'm already going to fail. So fifth time you are not even looking for the results because you made up your mind. I just wrote the exam as a formality, but I'm not going to pass. But 100th time what you are saying, why writing even the exam? That is what we are. After having taken millions and millions of births, we totally forgot that there is a place called Vaikuntham. That is our permanent place of residence. That Jivatma's only resting place is a Sri Vaikuntham at the feet of Lord Sriman Narayana. We forgot about it because we failed a million times. So we forgot even to think about the exam. Now comes the question. If you want to reach Sri Vaikuntham, what are the different things that you can do? Right? If you want to pass the exam, if you have made up your mind, this year I am not writing the exam, there is nothing we can do about it. But if you think at least this time, at least at the end of this birth, etat dehavasānīmāṃ tatpādam prāpayasvayam. If you want to pass the exam at least in this birth, because durlabham manusham janma, very difficult to get again a human birth. After going through millions and millions of births, as a cat, a dog, skunk, earthworm, plant, a tree, worms, insects, everything we have gone through. Now we have come with so much of punya karma accumulated in every birth, we have taken a human birth. And suppose you want to waste this human birth also this time, there is no guarantee you will be getting a human birth again in the next time. Next comes the question. Most of you know mathematics, right? So what is the probability you will get a human birth next time? What is the probability that you will get, probability theory? So in the probability theory, what is the probability that you will get a human birth next time? Very simple, sir. There are 4 ways you can take birth. Sura, Nara, Tiryak, Stavara. 4 ways. There are 14 planetary systems that you can go through. Right? So the probability that you will be born as a human being in a Bhuloka, 4 times 14, 56. 1 in a 56 chance you will become a human being on the planet Earth. And again try for moksha. 1 in 56. So what is translated to? Less than 2%. Less than 2%. It is just like the bank interest, right? When you borrow the money, they will charge you 6%, 8%. When you deposit your money, hardly they give you 1%, 2%. Exactly. The probability that you will take a human birth is 1 in 56. Less than 2%. The choice is yours. Whether you want to waste this precious life or you want to think about Bhagavan and get moksha. Then comes the question, all right, we want to get moksha. What are the things? Come back to Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says, there are 4 things he has given. Namely the path of jnana, the path of karma, the path of bhakti, and the path of Saranagaty. Namely, jnana yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and Saranagati yoga. But the difficulty is, jnana and karma by themselves are not at all the highways for moksha. Only bhakti and Saranagati are the highways for moksha. What about jnana and karma? They are the service roads. They have to come and merge either into bhakti or into Saranagati. If that is not merging either into bhakti or Saranagati, most of you heard the introduction to Bhaja Govindam by Rajagopalachari, right? Most of you heard the introduction to Bhaja Govindam by Rajagopalachari, correct? You know what he talks about, that jnana without bhakti? That particular knowledge, if it is not culminating in bhakti, that knowledge is useless academic stinsum, correct? They are the exact words of Rajagopalachari. If that jnana is not coming and culminating in bhakti, that knowledge is useless academic stinsum, only useful for academic exercises in a classroom, nothing more than that. Therefore, jnana and karma by themselves will not lead you to moksha. They will lead you to either to bhakti yoga or to Saranagati yoga, and then you can try for moksha. All right. Suppose somebody says, it's okay, let me first start with the service road. Jnana yoga. Are we practicing the real jnana yoga? Everybody says, doctor, engineer, lawyer, MBA, software, very good. Do you think this is really jnana? These are only udara nimittam bahukruta vesham. just to feed the stomach. Somebody puts on the grab of a doctor, engineer, lawyer, MBA, software. These are only udara nimittam bahukruta vesham. The real knowledge, go back to Lord Krishna, adhyatma vidya vidyana. That spiritual knowledge alone is the knowledge. Not MBA, not MBBS, not engineering, not any other degree. The real vidya, adhyatma vidya vidyana. If that is the adhyatma vidya, do we really have jnana? Let us compare. When can you say that you are there at the level of a jnani? Bhagavan very clearly says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shunichaiva Shapakecha Panditas Samadarshinaha. If you are there following the Jnana Marga, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, when you see a learned scholar, you say, Namaste Swamiji. When you see a priest, you say, Namaste Swamiji. Then, Gavi, when you see a cow, do you say, Namaste Sriman Narayana to as Paramatma who is there inside this cow? Are you doing it? We are not following Jnana Marga. Gavi, Hastini, even if you see an elephant walking by, are you going to prostrate before the elephant and say, I prostrate to the Sriman Narayana who is Antaryami even in the body of this elephant also? Are we doing it? No. Shunichaiva, if you see a dog walking by, are you prostrating to the dog and then say, I prostrate to the Paramatma who is Antaryami in the body of this dog also? Are we doing it? Forget about a dog. If somebody is there who will kill a dog and eat it, are you prostrating to that Shapacha? I prostrate to the Paramatma who is Antaryami in this body also. Then what Jnana Yoga are we practicing? According to Lord Krishna, if somebody is practicing Jnana Yoga, you should be able to see Paramatma in a Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shunichaiva Shvapakecha Panditas Samadarshinaha. When you don't have Samadarshyanam, what kind of a Jnana Yoga are we practicing? And if you really had that Jnanam, what you should have done? Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabhaha. If you really had that Jnanam that you have acquired after thousands and thousands of births, you know what you would have done? Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. You should have gone and accepted Saranagaty at the feet of Lord Sriman Narayana. The very fact we have not done that indicates we are not perfect in our Jnana. Alright, you could not do Jnana Yoga, leave it. Let's go to Karma Yoga. Because everybody says, I am a Karma Yogi. What Karma Yoga are we practicing? You ask her, she will say, don't worry, I have a job. I work 5 days a week. I work 40 hours a week. I get a paycheck. I pay my bills. I am a Karma Yogi. Correct? That is the kind of Karma Yoga we are talking about. Is this Karma Yoga what Lord Krishna has mentioned? This is not Karma Yoga. This is only Bhojana Yoga that we are practicing. Because we need a job to get food into our stomach, we are just doing that job. This is not Karma Yoga. You know what is Karma Yoga? Bhagavan Sri Krishna defines Karma Yoga entirely differently. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhu ma te sangotva karmani. That is Karma Yoga. Very simple. Why are you going for your job? Because I get my paycheck. So the motivating factor for you to go for the job is the paycheck. You know what Krishna says? Paycheck should not be the motivating factor for you to work. Then the question, if it is not for paycheck, then why should I go to the job at all? I would rather sleep in the house. Mate sangotva karmani. No. The result should not be the motivating factor for doing the action. Or translated, paycheck should not be the motivating factor. And you should not be working for the paycheck. Just karmanye vadikaraste. Do your job. Afterwards, if they give you $100, Krishnarpanam. If they give you $1,000, Krishnarpanam. If they give you $100,000, Krishnarpanam. They don't pay anything, Krishnarpanam. That is Karma Yoga. Is there anybody who is practicing Karma Yoga like that? Ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma phalaheturбhu. Paycheck should not be the motivating factor. Mate Sangotva Karmani. If it is not paycheck, why getting up at 6 o'clock, getting ready at 7 o'clock, why go to the office, why staying for 8 hours in the office? I will rather sleep there or watch TV, that's all. No. Mate Sangotva Karmani. Just because you are not sure of your paycheck, do not lead to inaction also. That is not Karma Yoga either. Can anybody qualify for the Karma Yoga as Lord Krishna has given? Or Brahmanyadhaya Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Karotiyaha Lipyatena Sapapena Padmapatra Mivambhasa. The Karma Yoga should be practiced. Look at a lotus leaf. It is there in a pond of water. The water may be dirty. Thinking that the lotus leaf, beautiful leaf is there in a dirty pond. You pick the lotus leaf and put it outside. Within 5 minutes it will wither away, right? But let the lotus leaf be there on the lotus pond. You put any amount of water in that. Have you ever seen water sticking to the lotus leaf? It will just spill by. Exactly. Brahmanyadhaya Karmani. Let that Paramatma be the number one in our life. If Paramatma is number one in our life, that one is there, then you put a zero next to that. All the karmas that we are doing, put a zero next to that one. It becomes 10. Put 2 zeros, it becomes 100. Put 3 zeros, it became 1,000. Put 6 zeros, you got 1,000,000. Correct? You remove that one from our lives, right? Brahmanyadhaya Karmani. You remove that Paramatma from the equation. Then what is it that you have? 2 zeros for you, 4 zeros for you, 6 zeros for you. What does it matter, 2 zeros or 6 zeros? What all we have is zeros only when that Paramatma is not there. Brahmanyadhaya Karmani Sangam Chakva Karotiyaha. Any one of us practicing Karma Yoga like that? So we failed in Karma Yoga also, right? We could not do Jnana Yoga. We could not do Karma Yoga, right? Alright. It's okay. We have 2 more choices, right? Bhakti Yoga is there. Why not we think of Bhakti Yoga? Good. Ask everyone. You ask her, Amma, what is Bhakti Yoga? She will say, do whatever you want. You know, onion sambar, garlic rasam, anything you want, eat. But when Saturday comes, no onion, no garlic, right? Do some suprabhatam, do some puja. That is Bhakti Yoga according to her. You ask someone else, no, that is not enough. Once a month you should sit, do the entire Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam, do a Satyanarayana Puja. That is Bhakti Yoga for her. You ask him, no, that is not enough. Once a year you should go to Tirupati, climb all the 7 hills, then do Anga Pradakshinam, shave your head and come. That is Bhakti Yoga for her. You ask someone else, no, this is not Bhakti Yoga. Once in 4 years you should go to Haradwar, take Ganga Snanam and do the Tarpanam over there. That is Bhakti for her. So then the question comes, what is Bhakti then? Every one of us have defined what is called as convenient Bhakti for us. This is not Bhakti Yoga, this is a convenient Bhakti that we can practice, we have defined. Because she says, my grandma said this, Saturday I cannot have onion garlic. Why? Because if she says all 7 days follow that, you will not follow. Because your grandma thought something is better than nothing. So listening to your grandmother for 50 years, you know what you are thinking? I can do whatever nonsense I want, 6 days a week, but the Saturday I must do no onion, no garlic, Bhakti Yoga. That is not Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is not Saturday 15 minutes puja. Bhakti Yoga is not once a month Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam. Bhakti Yoga is not once a year visiting Tirupati. Bhakti Yoga is not once in 4 years going and doing Ganga Snanam in Haradwar. No, they are not Bhakti Yoga. The Bhakti Yoga of Lord Krishna is entirely different. What is Krishna's Bhakti Yoga? It doesn't need any money at all. Don't worry about it. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitraha karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukka sukakshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dhranishchayaha mayarpita mano buddhihi yomat bhaktas sametriyaha. She wants to become a doctor, medical doctor, right? How do you become a medical doctor? Very simple, acquire those credits. 30 credits in anatomy, 30 credits microbiology, 32 credits pharmacology. So you acquire the credits, then they will give you the diploma, right? Same thing. You want to practice Bhakti Yoga, acquire the credits what Lord Krishna says. What are those credits? Very simple. Adveshta. Let there be no hatred in our heart. As long as we have hatred, we can never become devotees. No hatred is the first quality. Second one, Maitraha. Be friendly with everyone. Karuna yevacha sarvabhutanam. Karuna yevacha. Show unlimited compassion for anybody in difficulty. Go out of your way to help them. But you know, if you have to help, you know his first question? Is he Indian or Pakistani? Is he black or white? No distinction at all. Anyone who is in difficulty, go out of your way to help them. So, Adveshta, no hatred, be friendly with everyone, show unlimited compassion. Very good. Then, Nirmamo Nirahankaraha. You do not hate anybody. You are friendly with everyone. You are helping everyone. You know what? After 5 years you ask him, now that I am so good for 5 years, now can I become a MLA or parliament member? Immediately we try to capitalize on our good qualities, right? I am so good for 5 years, so why not I become a parliament member, right? No. Never capitalize on your goodness. If you start capitalizing it, you are not at all a devotee. Anyone who capitalizes on the good qualities can never practice bhakti yoga, he says. So do not do anything for a selfish gain. Nirmamo nirahankaraha. Sama dukkha sukha kshami. Very good. You do not hate anybody. You are helping everyone. You are friendly with everyone. You are not capitalizing it for a selfish gain. Immediately somebody will say, what a good person, he is helping everyone. Immediately somebody will say, come on, who will help? He is getting a federal grant every year, $1 million. Half of it he is swallowing, half of it he is helping others. Somebody will praise you, somebody will criticize you. Accept both of them as Krishnarpanam and continue doing what you honestly believe as a service to humanity. Sama dukkha sukhaha, kshama. Even if somebody offends you, learn how to forget and learn how to forgive the other person. If you cannot forgive the other person, if you start taking vengeance, you know what will be your next birth? A snake. Anybody who has not forgiven, anybody who is taking vengeance, be guaranteed your next birth will be that of a snake. It is your choice. So if you want to become a devotee, the next quality, learn how to forgive. Kshama. Santushtaha. Let there be a limit for our desires. Look at all of us. When you came to Michigan, what is it that you thought, sir? It is very cold in winter. How long you use public transportation? Your first thought, let me buy a second-hand car at least, right? We all started with a second-hand car, correct? Good. After 1 year, you bought a new car. After 2 years, you bought an apartment. After 10 years, you got a 5-bedroom house. After 20 years, too much taxes. Florida investment property. So we started with a second-hand car. From second-hand car, you went to new car, apartment, new house, bigger house, investment property. You know what Lord Krishna says? Is there a limit for your desires? When are you going to say enough? When are you going to say enough? If that word enough is not there in our dictionary, we can never become a devotee, he says. Santushtaha. Satatam yogaha. You ask somebody, he will say, I do my Sandhya Vandanam every Saturday. You ask somebody, I do my Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam once a month. Good. I'm not saying bad, but that is not enough. That doing Sandhya Vandanam once a week, doing Vishnu Sahasranam once a month, you know how great they are? I brush my teeth once a week. I take a shower once a month. Of course, taking a shower once a month is better than not taking shower at all. But is that enough? No. Just as brushing your teeth or taking a shower has become a daily activity, can you say, I do my meditation every day? Whatever that meditation that you are doing, whatever tapasya that you are doing, whatever japam that you are doing, whatever Bhagavad Aradhana that you are doing, there is no holiday for meditation. There is no holiday for meditation. Are you going to do that meditation every day? Satatam yogaha. That japam should be done every day. That Sandhya Vandanam should be done every day. That Vishnu Sahasranama Parayanam should be done every day. Then only it is bhakti. Satatam yogaha. Yatatma. Have you got some spiritual discipline? If you want to practice bhakti yoga, if it is Ekadashi day, do not eat any cooked food. Limit only to phalaharam. Only fruits as food. Phala aharam. Right? But not in the name of upavasam. Right, Amma? What is the Indian way of doing upavasam? Idli, dosa, chapati, uttappam, etc. That is just a mockery of doing the upavasam. No cooked food on a upavasam day. Ekadashi day, fasting is recommended. Dwadashi day, you should not fast. So what is bhakti yoga? Having some spiritual discipline. When to eat, when not to eat. What to eat, what not to eat. When to sleep, when not to sleep. That is bhakti yoga. Do we have a discipline in our religious life? Next one. Drudha nishchayaha. Have you really made up your mind to become a devotee? What do you mean by made up your mind to become a devotee? Give a small example. Go to India and see. I think now they are starting in America also. Suppose when December, January comes, some people will wear yellow clothes and put a Tulasi mala, Govinda mala, right? Some people will put on black clothes and put on Ayyappa mala. You have seen them, right? Have you seen their lifestyle? Regular days they smoke. 40 days they do not smoke, right? Regular days they eat onion garlic. 40 days they don't eat onion garlic. Regular days they drink alcohol. 48 days they don't drink alcohol. Regular days they do other forbidden activities, correct? And 48 days they don't do anything. They lead such a pure, wonderful life, correct? Good. Have you seen them after the 48 days? Have you seen their lifestyle after the 48 days? What are they doing? They go back to smoking. They go back to drinking. They go back to eating onion garlic. They go back to eating meat, chicken, fish, everything, right? Now, if those activities are forbidden during the 40 days, who told you it is okay to do them the remaining 320 days? Are you following that? If those activities are forbidden activities that you should not be doing during the 40 days of puja, who told you it is okay to do them in the remaining 320 days? Drudha nishchayaha. Are you a devotee only for 40 days in a year? Are you a devotee 360 days in a year? That is Drudha nishchayaha. You got the point? Lord Krishna says, if you have this kind of qualities, you are a devotee. Can you raise your hands? How many of us qualify to be called as devotees? No hatred, being friendly with everyone, helping everyone in trouble. Do not use it for a selfish gain. Then, do not worry about somebody praising you or criticizing you. You know how to forgive others. You have a limit for your desires. You have a spiritual discipline and you follow all the religious rules and regulations, and you made up your mind to become a devotee 360 days a year, not just 40 days a year. Any one of us qualify for Bhakti Yoga? You know that answer very well, right? Now Lord Krishna says, you could not do Jnana Yoga because Vidya Vinaya Sampanni. Even if you see a dog on the street, you are not prostrating and you are not seeing Paramatma in that. You could not do Karma Yoga because we do only paycheck yoga but not Karma Yoga, right? We do only salary slip yoga but not Karma Yoga. So you could not do Karma Yoga. Bhakti Yoga, none of the qualities we have. You know what Lord Krishna says? You failed in Karma Yoga, you failed in Jnana Yoga, you failed in Bhakti Yoga. Can you at least surrender to me? Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. The beauty with Saranagaty is Sarva dharman parityajya. That doesn't mean don't take care of your wife, don't take care of your children. That is not Sarva dharman parityajya. The dharma that you have to follow, namely Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, as a means of attaining salvation, having failed to do any of the yogas properly, then what else you do? Mam ekam sharanam raja. Can you surrender to me only? That is the only requirement for Saranagati. Now comes the question. It is very difficult to follow only Krishna, right? Suppose we give you Sakara Pongal every day. You know what you will say? how about some masala dosha, please? How about some masala vada, please? Because even if you want to take sakara pongal every day, because we are so much used to variety food, that is our problem. This variety food is the one that is not taking us to Sharanagati. Because Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. So you think Krishna is very selfish? That he says, only surrender to me. Okay, Krishna said that. Maybe we all follow that. Do you think Mirabai is also mad to follow that? You know what she says? Mere to Giridhar Gopal. She could have stopped there. Why did she go to the next line? Dusaro na koi. You heard that Mirabai song, right? Mere to Giridhar Gopal. That Sharanagati is never complete if you say, I love Krishna. It must be qualified with a second statement. Dusaro na koi. Only then that is Sharanagati. That is why Lord Krishna says, Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. Any difficulty in following that? Ma, you two are married, right? How many years? Huh? 6 years you are married. 16 years you are married. Very good. Suppose your husband tells you, we are married for 16 years. My whole paycheck is given to you. My whole life I have given to you. Suppose he says, when I was there in the college, I had a fancy for Hema Malini. I will keep Hema Malini's photograph in the bedroom. Will you allow that? Emma, he married you. For 16 years he is living with you. He is giving his whole life to you. He has given his whole paycheck to you. After all a photograph, right? After all a photograph. Poor fellow is asking, will you allow him to keep that lady's picture in your bedroom? You know, you will say, Swami, namaskaram to you and your parents and your forefathers. Today you start with a photograph. Tomorrow you will bring her into the bedroom. Please, no. Not even a photograph, correct? Suppose you also turn around and ask him, hello, you are not the only fellow you went to the college. You also studied. And you also start saying, hello, I married you. My whole life is given to you. We had 4 children with you. Everything is with you, right? Good. Suppose you also tell him, when I was in the college, I had a fancy for that Amitabh Bachchan. Can I bring Amitabh Bachchan photograph and keep in the bedroom? Your husband is going to allow that? Tell me, no. No, right? The marriage you had is only between your body and his body. Just for a bodily marriage, there is no room even for another lady or another man's picture even in your bedroom. Correct? Correct? When you take Sharanagati, it is a unique marriage between your Jivatma and that Paramatma. Is there room for anyone else there? That is Sharanagati. If I talk about Sharanagati, you will never make it out, right? But if I tell you your own married example, that there is no room even for another photograph in your bedroom, you can never forget this, right? Then why are you questioning Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja? Suppose you turn around and say, hello, we are Hindus. I follow Panchali. Panchali married 5 husbands. I'm only having only one fellow. Tell him, can I marry 5 husbands? Will your husband permit you? Tell me. Suppose he says, we are all Hindus. We follow Lord Rama. Rama had Kausalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. He says, only one wife? No. I want to be Dasharatha. Will you allow him to have 2 more girls? No. Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. What difficulty is there in following Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja? Right? Right? Then what, you know what Lord Krishna says? Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. Show me one person who says. Suppose he is a bank manager. You know what he is saying? You have 400,000 on your house loan. No problem. You have 28,000 car loan. No problem. You have 10,000 on a credit card. No problem. Just surrender to me. With one stroke of the pen, I will write written off. Written off. Your 400,000 house loan is written off. Your 28,000 car loan is written off. Your 22,000 credit card loan is written off. Don't you think you will surrender to him? When you have accumulated tons and tons of karma, from millions of births, and you have to take millions of more births. When Lord Krishna says, you just surrender to me, I will write off all your karma and give you moksham. If you are a smart kid, you could have followed it. But you know what you are saying? I don't want you bank manager. I will work hard for the next 28 years. I will clear the loan myself. I will clear the loan myself. Every month I will pay only $1,400 for the mortgage. I will pay only $220 for my car loan. I will pay only $84 for my credit card. I will work for the next 28 years. I will clear the loan myself. You know what you are doing? While paying the loan for 28 years, you know you are acquiring additional credit card debt. Who is going to clear that? Who is going to clear that? You have to work another 28 years. So like that we kept on getting karma after karma after karma, after birth after birth after birth after birth. Who is there to forgive us? Only one Supreme Lord. Only Bhagavan Krishna could say that. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. That is Saranagati. And who has done that? Everyone has done that. The best example, why should Krishna say Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja? As long as you have so many others to take care of you, Krishna will never come into picture. What is the best example for Saranagati? Draupadi is the best example for Saranagati. Look at Draupadi. When Dushasana came to disrobe her, did Draupadi think of Krishna in the first instance itself? She went to Dhritarashtra, her blind king, and said, Mama, protect me. Did Krishna come and try to help Draupadi? No. Okay, you want to go to Dhritarashtra? Go, your karma, go. When Dhritarashtra could not give her protection, right? She went to Bhishma, the grandfather, and said, Grandfather, protect me. When Bhishma bent his head and could not give her protection, that time did Krishna come into picture? Then she went to Dronacharya asking for protection. Did Krishna come into picture to protect her? When Dronacharya could not, she went to her Muslim husband Bhima, protect me. When Bhima could not protect her, at that time did Krishna come into picture? No. She tried to depend on herself and tried to run away. Did Krishna come to protect her? No. When Dushasana chased her, dragged her back and tried to disrobe her, she tried to protect herself with her hands like this. Did Krishna come into picture to protect her? No. Because she has other people, Dhritarashtra, Bhishma, Drona, Bhima, herself to protect her. Did Krishna come into picture? No. When her whole saree was about to fall down, that is when she raised her hands and said, Shankha Chakra Gadapani, Dwaraka Nilayachuta, Govinda Pundarikaksha, Rakshamam Sharanagatam. Until that word came, Rakshamam Sharanagatam, did Krishna give her a blouse bit? Did Krishna give Draupadi even a blouse bit? No. The minute she said, I have no one else to protect me, you are my only protection. Correct? Anyadha Sharanam Nasti. Tvam eva Sharanam Mama. As long as you have Ganapati is there to protect me, or Navagrahas are there to protect me, Indra is there to protect me, Bhadrakali is there to protect me, some other Devi Devata is there to protect me, Krishna will never come into picture. When he will come, Anyadha Sharanam Nasti, Tvameva Sharanam Mama. Until Draupadi said, Rakshamam Sharanagatam. Did Krishna give her a blouse bit, Amma? Did Krishna give her even a blouse bit? No, right? Only when she said, you are my only protection. You know how many saris Krishna gave? More than 10,000 saris. Even the strongest fellow Dushasana could no longer pull any more saris and he fell down. That many saris Krishna gave. Now you understand Sharanagati? That Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. As long as Draupadi thought Dhritarashtra is there to help her, Bhishma is there, Drona is there, Bhima is there, Krishna never came into picture. That is Sharanagati. That is Sharanagati. And the same thing is echoed by Lord Rama. when Vibhishana came to surrender to him, exact words of Rama, Sakrudeva prapannaya tavasmita yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyo dadami etad vratam mama. Did Rama hesitate to accept Vibhishana? Vibhishana did not fudge his CV. You know, when you apply for a job, right? He has only 4 years experience in computers. You know, he will write 12 years experience I have. He will put all fictitious companies. We fudge our CV, right? What do you call? We touch up our CV, right? It's not fudging, touching up, right? You know how Vibhishana came? I am the brother of Ravana. He told the truth, I am the brother of Ravana. Tyaktva dharamscha putramscha raghavam samupashrutam. I am the brother of Ravana, Vibhishana. I came from Sri Lanka. I was kicked out by my brother. I left my wife and children. I came to surrender to Lord Rama. Is there anyone who goes there to Bhagavan and admits all our mistakes? And if you can do that, what Rama did, anyone who surrenders to me, forget about giving Saranagaty to a good person like Vibhishana. Even if Ravana, who has kidnapped my wife, even if he comes and surrenders to me, Vibhishana va Sugriva yediva Ravana swayam. Because when Ramachandra told Sugriva, go and get the waters from the ocean, I am going to do the Pattabhishekam to Vibhishana as the future king right now. You know what Sugriva said? Swami, hold on. We have not constructed the bridge yet. We have not crossed the ocean. We have not killed Ravana. Now you are making Pattabhishekam to Vibhishana already. Arguments say, if tomorrow Ravana also comes and surrenders to you, what will you do? Because today itself you are doing the Pattabhishekam to Vibhishana. So if tomorrow Ravana comes and surrenders to you, what will you do? You know what Rama said? Sugriva, you have not understood me. Even if Ravana, who kidnapped my wife and is torturing her, even if he comes and surrenders to me, Vibhishano va Sugriva yediva Ravana swayam. Even if Ravana comes and surrenders to me, I will forgive him. I will give him moksha. Now comes the question. Aham tva sarva papebhyo moksha ishyami mashucha. What after all are your sins? Right? 40,000 lies you have told in your lifetime. So what? That is nothing compared to torturing Sita Devi. What are his lies? What are his problems? 28,000 brandy bottles he emptied. So what? That is nothing compared to Ravana kidnapping Sita Devi and torturing her. What are his problems? 38,000 chicken he ate in this lifetime. What is that compared to torturing Sita Devi? When Bhagavan Ramachandra could even forgive Ravana, do you think any of our sins are in any way greater than Ravana's sins? That is the greatness of Saranagati. When Bhagavan says, Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami, that encompasses everything. There is no limit for Bhagavan's mercy in forgiving us. That is Saranagati. You need some time to ask questions, right? Not that I know everything. But because there is no, I can go on. But the gentleman says you have to stop by 9 o'clock. Therefore, how long you want to go? What are your questions? If there is something I can help you, feel free. And before you ask the question, they want to build a Venkateshwara temple. Right? Good. Show me. Very simple thing. How are the hands of Venkateshwara? Balaji. Have you ever looked at his hands? How are they? One hand is showing like this, another hand is at the knees. What does it mean? Everybody comes to the temple. Swami, my green card. Swami, I am married for 4 years, no children. Swami, I have to buy a house. Swami, I have to buy a car. Right? Is there anybody who is coming to surrender at his feet? The very fact Srinivasa has appeared with one hand showing like this, Pardhaya tat sadrisha saradhina tvayaiva yau darshitau swacharanau sharanam vrajeti bhuyopi mahyamihatau kara darshitau te. When he has become Arjuna's chariot driver, and in Bhagavad Gita when he said, leave aside all dharmas and surrender to me, I will relieve you from all the sins and give you moksham. We were not following that. To show us the way, he came in the Kali Yuga, showing his hand, telling us to surrender at his feet. If you surrender at his feet, his other hand is there at the knee. What does it mean? He has some arthritic joint pain or what? Huh? Rheumatoid arthritis, RA, right? He has some rheumatoid arthritis or what? Then why is he keeping his hand at the knee? Any idea? This is samsaram that we are going through. Is like an ocean, like samsara sagaram. If you take 10 steps into the ocean, the water level will go above your head. You will drown and die. If you surrender to him, he will make this a samsara sagaram only knee deep. By surrendering, that doesn't mean there are no difficulties. That is still an ocean. But the ocean is only knee deep, so that you can easily walk through the samsara sagaram and reach Paramatma. So are we coming there to surrender to him? We are coming there only for our green card. We are coming there only for buying a house. We are coming there only because my daughter has to get married. We are coming to Srinivasa only because my son has to get a job. Correct? That should not be the intention of constructing Srinivasa temples. The idea behind constructing Srinivasa temple should be, can we surrender to Lord Srinivasa because he is showing his hand, come and surrender at my feet. Then I will make your difficulties knee deep only, and I will help you to walk to Sri Vaikuntham. That should be the intention. Right? That is why Srinivasa is like that. Go ahead, Amma, if you have some questions or something, I can help you. No questions? Something very strange. Altogether a new audience and still no questions? So when are you going to surrender them? If not, you are guaranteed of one thing, right? Death. And once there is death, you are guaranteed of the second thing, rebirth. And that rebirth, become a Devi Devata, or become a human being, or become an animal or a bird or a snake, or become a plant or a tree. The choice is yours. Because the beauty in the Vedic religion, it will never say you must do this. You know what Bhagavan says at the end of Bhagavad Gita after teaching the whole thing? Bhagavan says, Yadhechasi tatha kuru. Arjuna, do whatever you want. I have given you the 4 paths, namely the Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Saranagaty. Do whatever you want. He never said you must do this. That is the beauty of the Vedic religion. That is the reason why Saranagati is so great. And if you can do that, everyone who practices Saranagati, be it Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Vyasa, Ambarisha, Shuka, Shaunaka, all of them guaranteed moksha. The choice is yours. That is why Bhagavan says, Yadha Ichchasi Tadha Kuru. And you know the funniest thing? Bhagavan Krishna has given the entire Bhagavad Gita first hand to Arjuna. He has shown the Vishwarupam to Arjuna. And you know what Arjuna says after listening to Krishna? Karishye vachanam tava. Krishna, I will do what you said. But did he really do that? No. Arjuna did not accept Sharanagati. Arjuna did not practice Bhakti Yoga. So you know what happened to Arjuna? He got only Svargaloka, but not Moksha. We are exactly like that. We listen to everything, but we don't practice anything. Therefore, we are exactly like Arjuna. At the most, we will get Svargaloka. Enjoy there for a few days, and then come back and take birth again, just like Arjuna. When Arjuna who saw the entire Vishwarupam, when he did not get moksha, you know what he will say? Last night I had a wonderful dream. I saw Balaji in my dream. That's it. That is enough for me. My moksha is guaranteed. Don't be so sure of that. Even Arjuna, who saw the entire Vishwarupam just in front of Lord Krishna, who heard the entire Bhagavad Gita, did not get moksha. Do you think you will get moksha because you had a dream last night and you saw Balaji in your dream? Is it believable? When Arjuna did not get moksha, the choice is yours again. No questions? The path of Sharanagati involves, as Lord Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninaha tatvadarshinaha. The process of Sharanagati involves going to an acharya. You can do MA Mathematics by correspondence course, right? You can do MA Sociology by correspondence course. Can you do MA Chemistry by correspondence course? Can you do medicine by correspondence course? For certain things, there is no correspondence course available. So you must go to an institution. You should do the internship. Exactly, Lord Krishna says the same thing. Go to an acharya. Express your desire to surrender unconditionally to Bhagavan Krishna. That acharya who is there experienced in submitting your jivatma to the Paramatma will initiate you into the process of Sharanagati, will give you the mantropadesham. Then only you will get moksha. Otherwise, a teacher comes to the classroom and teaches everyone. Everybody listens, right? Somebody gets 100%, somebody gets 80%, somebody gets 60%, somebody will fail the exam. Is it the fault of the teacher? Same thing, Sharanagati. Lord Krishna explained the concept of Sharanagati to everyone. The people who surrendered, they got the moksha. The people who did not, got birth again. Then what about my prayers? These prayers are only punya karma. This punya karma can take you only to Svargaloka. This punya karma is not enough to get you to moksha. Still didn't follow? Okay, you have taken $100. You are going to a travel agent. And you know what you are saying? Sir, take the $100. Give me a ticket to India. Oh, by the way, make it a first class ticket. Right? You know what the travel agent is saying? With your $100, at the most I can get you a ticket from Michigan to New York. With $100, you cannot get a ticket to India. You know what you are saying? What do you think? Am I not giving you money? I am giving you $100. You know what you say? Thank you. It is only $100. With that $100, you can get a ticket only from Michigan to New York, not Michigan to New Delhi. If you want Michigan to New Delhi, bring another $1,000. Then you can get a ticket. Same thing with Sharanagati. So the prayers that you are doing, the pradakshinas that you are doing, the punya karma that you are doing, I am not saying it is worth zero. It is worth only $100. That $100 is not enough to get you to moksha. Clear? I am not saying your $100 is nothing. That is only $100. With that you can go only up to New York, but not to New Delhi. That's how it is. Go ahead, Amma. What was second? Amma, no questions? Kamala, no questions? Amma? No questions? Amma? Without Acharya, you cannot do Sharanagati. The answer is no. Because actually the answer is yes. When you are there at the level of an Acharya, if you are practicing the Anushtanam at the Acharam and the Vyavaharam, exactly at the level of an Acharya, let me give you a simple example. What is the qualification of Bill Gates? High school dropout or something, college dropout, right? Correct? What is the qualification of Einstein? College dropout, correct? You know, Kamala, what your son is saying? Hello, Bill Gates did not complete college. Einstein did not complete college. Why do you want me to study? You know what you are saying? Hello, you are not there at the level of Bill Gates. You are not there at the level of Einstein. Therefore, shut up and then study and write your GRE and then go to a good institute that you are saying. Correct? Exactly. If somebody is there at the level of an Acharya with that kind of Anushtanam and Acharam, then you can do Swayam Prapatti. Because we are not there at that level, you should go to an Acharya. Because that is what Lord Krishna says. When Lord Krishna went to the teacher Sandipani, there are 64 subjects to be studied. Maths, sciences, engineering, medicine, art, craft, music, dance, drama, like that. 64 subjects. Other students are taking 8 years to graduate in one subject. So at the rate of 8 years per subject, how many years it will take to graduate in 64 subjects, all 64? 512 years. You know what Lord Krishna did? He went to the teacher, but in 64 days he graduated in all the 64 subjects. Then why going to the teacher at all? When other students are taking 512 years to graduate in all 64 subjects, which nobody did. Everybody is happy with 1 or 2 subjects. Krishna still went to the teacher, even though he is capable of graduating in 64 days in all the 64 subjects. Why? Tadvidhe pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Because you have to go to an Acharya. That is why. But if you are there at the level of a Swayam Acharya, yes, you can do Saranagati by yourself. If not, you have to go to an Acharya. Without an Acharya, Saranagati is never done. I couldn't hear him. What did she say? If you are Swayamacharya, good. Suppose, even though you come in the lineage, you are not automatically guaranteed moksha. Simple thing. Your father is a medical doctor. Your mother is a medical doctor. But you went to MBA. You studied MBA. Can you claim, my father is a medical doctor, my mother is a medical doctor, my whole blood is a doctor blood. Can you go and give a shot to somebody? Is there anybody who will take a shot from you? Same thing. You have come from a lineage of Swayam Acharyas. Great. Provided your family members are following the rules and regulations of Acharyas. Are they doing both times Aradhana every day? Are they eating only prasadam? Are they doing Trikala Sandhya Vandanam? Are they doing the Nishtha and the Anushtanam? Right? And what are their food habits? If these things are not there, 99% of the Swayamacharyas of today have gone to established Acharyas like Ahobila Matham, Andavan Matham, Parakala Matham, and they have taken Sharanagati because they know they are not following any of the rules and regulations of the Swayamacharya Nishtas. Exact 99%. There are still 1% of the devotees from Swayamacharya families, they are doing it. Otherwise, no, 99% no. Yes. Daily do Aradhanam for Perumal.
Can ladies do Aradhana?
Ladies also can do Aradhana to Perumal every day. But their Aradhana is only the Tantra way of doing, but not the Mantra way of doing. Will Krishna discriminate? No. Will Krishna discriminate? No. But can you do Aradhana for others? No. Can you do Aradhana for yourself? Yes. You got the point? Aradhana is for everyone. Aradhana is not confined only to men folk. Aradhana is for everyone. Then how you will do? Just take Arghyam, Pajyam, Achamaniyam, Pushpam, Dhupam, Deepam, Nivedanam, Krishnarpanam. Say one word. Anyadha Sharanam Nasti. Tvam Eva Sharanam Mama. Your Aradhana is done. Can he do the same Aradhana? No.
Yes.
His Aradhana is different. He has to do Pranayamam. There is no Pranayamam for you. So don't imitate them. His Aradhana is a mantra purvakam. Your Aradhana is not mantra purvakam. But there is Aradhana, yes. Then will he get 100 marks and he will get only 80%? No. If your Aradhana is perfect, you get 100%. If his Aradhana is perfect, he will also get 100%. You know actually what Veda Vyasa said? It is more difficult to be a man and do Aradhana than to be a woman. That is why in Srimad Bhagavatam, you know what Veda Vyasa says? Ladies are better off, he says. Ladies are better off. Because You don't have to go through the rigors of mantram, etc. Yes. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Yeah. What is moksha? Very simple. Getting out. Moksha means deliverance. Getting out. We are in a vicious cycle. Birth, old age, birth, disease, old age, death. Birth, disease, old age, death. Birth, disease, old age, death. This is a vicious cycle. Moksha, get out of the cycle. Getting out of the cycle of birth and death is called moksha. Not. But the question is, only when you attain Vaikuntham you will get out. Until you get Vaikuntham, you are going through the same cycle again. So they are one and the same. The minute you get out, you are in Vaikuntham. Until you reach Vaikuntham, you are in this vicious cycle. So what is moksha? Getting out. Getting out means going there. Jivatma and Paramatma, how will it happen in moksha? Jivatma is eternally subservient to Paramatma. Jivatma is the Seshi. Jivatma is a dependent, Seshi, dependent. And Paramatma, Sesha, is independent. Paramatma is not depending on us. Jivatma is depending on Paramatma. Sesha, Seshi, Bhavam. The relationship between Jivatma and Paramatma. Jivatma is an eternal servant. Tava nitya kinkaratam prarthaye. Moksha means becoming an eternal servant of the Lord. And eternal, this world is not eternal. If you are here, it is not eternal. Because Bhagavan promised you eternal service, He will take you to a place which is eternal. Only Sri Vaikuntham is eternal. The rest of it, there is a pralayam. You saw a tsunami about a year back in Japan. That is nothing. Imagine a tsunami 100,000 times bigger than the Japan tsunami, where Pacific Ocean joins Atlantic Ocean, joins the Indian Ocean, joins the Bay of Bengal like that. Nitya pralayam. At the end of the day of Brahma, there is a pralayam. 100,000 times bigger than the 1 year back tsunami of Japan. Then there is a Naimitika pralayam. After 100 years of Brahma are gone, there are no Devi Devatas. At the end of the day of Brahma, other lokas are still there. Only the lower systems are wiped out. But at the end of 100 years of Brahma, even Brahma Loka is gone. Therefore, this Prakriti is not eternal. Nitya Kinkaratam, eternal service, available only in Vaikuntham. So what is moksha? Get out of the cycle of birth and death. When you get out, where are you? Your residence is shifted over there. Because that is the only Nityam. Rest of them are not Nityam at all. Is Brahma also going away? Yes. 6 Brahmas have already gone by, and the 7th Brahma is now ruling. And the 8th Brahma, Brahma elect also is ready. 8th Brahma is also ready. Therefore, even Brahmas are coming and going. Yes. Even Brahma's lifetime is only 100 years. And if you have time, I will explain you just a little bit of mathematical calculation. Some trillions and trillions of years is the lifetime of one Brahma. Yes.
The concept of moksha and Vaikuntham, that exist in all the three philosophies, Advaita, Dvaita, and Krishna.
No, they are not. Ramanuja and Madhva did not accept the Advaita way of concept. Because the difference is very simple. One person says Soham, another person says Dasoham. Just to give you in a very simple way, one person says Soham, I am Paramatma. Right? In the other Vaishnava philosophy they say, no, I am not Paramatma, Dasoham, I am a servant of Paramatma. If you want to understand in a very simple way, take a glass of water and pour it in the ocean. Right? You take a glass of water and pour it into the ocean. What happened to the glass of water? It lost its identity. You know what is the glass of water thinking? Hello, I am the ocean now. The glass of water, when you have taken it and when you pour it into the ocean, What happened to the glass of water? It lost its identity. It merged in the ocean. Right? And you know what is the glass of water thinking now? Now, where is the glass of water? In the ocean. So where am I? I am the ocean. Are you the ocean? You know, the ocean is questioning, hello, before the glass of water is added, I am still there. Even if the glass of water is not added, I am still there. Even if you take out 1,000,000 barrels of water, I am still the ocean. So with you or without you, I am still the ocean. Just because you were added to me, my ocean level has not increased by a millimeter. Just because 1,000,000 barrels is taken out, my ocean level has not gone down by an inch. So don't ever say you are the ocean. Because the ocean is existing with you or without you. You better say, I am your servant. Then it makes sense to me. That is the difference. So in one philosophy, they say soham. In another philosophy, they say dasoham. Correct? Very simple. But whatever it be. In Visishtadvaita also, it is only dasoham. Dvaitam, Jivatma, Paramatma are entirely, eternally different. Whereas it is a qualified Advaitam is called Visishtadvaitam. Qualified Advaitam, when the Sharira, Shariri Bhava, okay, you are there, you are Kamala. Who is Kamala? Is it the body? Is it the body Kamala? Is it the hand Kamala? Is it the eyes Kamala? Who is Kamala actually? If suppose you are thinking, I am eating, I am moving, who is that I? If it is the body, even after death the body is still there. Then why can't your family members love you? Oh, she is still here. Why can't they feed you? Why can't they put you to sleep, everything? They are not doing. They are taking and cremating. Therefore, who are you? So just as the Atma, for the body, it is depending on the Atma. And what about the Atma? It is depending on Paramatma. When this Atma goes there, it forms at the end of the Pralayam. What happens to the Jivatmas? What is the meaning of Narayana? Naranam ayanamiti Narayana. So Narayana will become the Narayana is the Atma. And his body is composed of all the Jivatmas. He is the support. He is the resting place for all the Jivatmas. Therefore, in that sense, what happens? You are identifying Kamala means the hands, the body, the Atma. Put together you are calling as Kamala. Does your Atma has a name Kamala? Last time, say for example, no offenses. In the last birth you were a tiger. Is the tiger name also Kamala? In the previous birth you were an angel. Was that angel's name also a Kamala? Therefore, the body is a dependent on the Atma as long as the Atma is there. Now extend it in a different way. When all the Atmas form the body of Paramatma. So the Atmas are dependent on their Atma, namely Paramatma. In that sense, it could be called as Visishta Advaitam. But the Jivatma is eternally subservient to Paramatma. Very simple.
What is the difference between Kaivalyam and Sri Kaivalyam?
Kaivalyam and Sri Kaivalyam. Sri is only an adjective over there. Are you Telugu? Okay. So what is the first verse in Srimad Bhagavatam? Because some of the Telugu people have a peculiar habit. Without Ganapati Puja, how to start any other puja, right? How many of the Telugu people have actually read Srimad Bhagavatam? In the Telugu literature, the greatest of the greatest work is Bhagavatam by Potana, right? You know what is the first verse in Srimad Bhagavatam? It's not about Ganapati. It's not about anyone. You know what is the first verse? Sri Kaivalya Padambu Cherupapanai Chintinchadan Loka Rakshaikarambhaku Bhakta Palana Kala Samrambhakun Danavodreka Stambhaku Helilola Vilasa Drujjala Nana Kanjata Bhavanda Kumbhaku Maha Nanda Angana Dimbhakun. He doesn't start with Ganapati Puja. He doesn't start with any other Devi Devata Stuti. He says, my only aim is attained to moksham. Therefore, let me surrender to Nanda's Angana, Yashoda's Dimbhaka, Lord Krishna. Let me surrender to Krishna. Is it not the beginning? Good. Then comes the question of Kaivalyam and Moksham. They are two different things. Kaivalyam In a very easiest way for you to understand, self-realization. Second one, God realization. In self-realization, Atma Sakshatkaram, Kaivalyam. But they also don't get birth again. But there is no Paramatma Sakshatkaram. Moksham, Paramatma Sakshatkaram. There is Anubhavam over there. The enjoyment that is there in Sri Vaikuntha Prapti is not there in Kaivalyam. In a simple way, Kaivalyam, self-realization. Moksham, God realization. Atma Anubhavam, Paramatma Anubhavam. In Atma Anubhavam, you will still not take birth again. But it is not moksham. But the Jivatma is released from the clutches of rebirth, subject to only self-realization, not God realization. Atmanubhavam, Paramatmanubhavam. Atma Sakshatkaram, Paramatma Sakshatkaram. That is Kaivalyam and Sri Vaikuntha. So Kaivalyam is way different from Sri Vaikuntha. Emma? They won't go anywhere. It is just in suspended animation stage. Suspended animation stage. They are not in the Prakriti. They are not in Vaikuntha. They are just in a realm by themselves, only enjoying the Atmanubhavam without Paramatmanubhavam. But they will not come back and take birth again. But there is no ruchi, there is no rasa there. Whereas in Paramatmanubhavam, there is a ruchi, there is a rasanubhavam there. Very simple. Atmanubhavam, Paramatmanubhavam. Kaivalyam, Sri Vaikuntha. Yes. Kaivalyam, yes, is a valid Vedic concept, yes. Atmanubhavam is there. But that is not moksha. Yes. Yes, sir. Can you talk a little bit loudly? Can you say a little bit loudly? Go ahead, sir.
Do the Saranagaty.
Yeah.
All we have to do samprathaya, chakra, all we can do.
It is very simple, sir. Without passing the high school, will you enter the college? Without having your SAT score, will they admit you to a college? So, in the strict sense of Saranagati, Samashrayanam is admission to the medical college. That doesn't mean you are already a doctor. But you know the unfortunate thing? Every first year medical college student thinks he is already a doctor. The unfortunate thing is, the minute a student has stepped into a medical school, right? Every first year student thinks after 6 months, he is much smarter than his professor. He is much smarter than his, the other doctors, and he thinks he is already a doctor. But only after second year, third year, etc., he will realize how little he knows. Right? So, Samashrayanam is the admission to the medical college. So, you have every right to become a doctor. But that doesn't mean you have become a doctor. Saranagati is your graduation from a medical school with a diploma where you are entitled to practice medicine. But the unfortunate thing is, every first year medical student thinks he is already a doctor and he is better than the doctors also. That is the problem. Is that clear, sir? Therefore, Samashrayanam is the entry to the medical school. Saranagati is your graduation from the medical school. That much difference is there. Bharanyasam, Saranagati, Prapatti, Bharasamarpanam, all are the same. They are different words for the same procedure. Saranagati, Prapatti, Bharasamarpanam, all are meaning the same. Varada, Nijabharam, Nirbharo, Nirbhayosmi. All the same. Lord Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanaman Mam Prapadyate. The same Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. The same thing Lord Rama says, Sakrudeva Prapannaya Tavasmita Jayachate. Abhayam Sarvabhutebhyo Dadam Yetad Vratam Mama. Even Abhaya Pradhanam is also called Saranagati. Abhaya Pradhanam also is another word. Right? Yes. They are all one in the same. There are so many good things you can do. Why do you want to do only the contradictory things? No, the answer is no. Can I ask you a question, Amma? In the Vedas, they say Matru Devo Bhava is the first one. Pitru Devo Bhava is next one. Can I ask you a question? Can I become a mother? Because Matru Devo Bhava. Can I become a mother? Why not? Same thing. Because certain things are not meant for you. There are other things you do. When you have an opportunity to get Saranagati and get moksha, why do you want to take the difficult path of Vedic knowledge? Nama Sankirtanam alone cannot give you moksha. Nama Sankirtanam comes under Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, you are assured of moksha, but not at the end of this life itself. To give you a simple example of the difference between Bhakti and Saranagati, Nama Sankirtanam comes under Bhakti Yoga. Good. It can lead you to moksha. When you will get is not guaranteed. Good. To give you a simple example, have you seen a monkey? Have you seen a baby monkey? When a mother monkey is jumping from one tree to the other tree, if the baby monkey also has to follow the mother, it is the responsibility of the baby monkey to hold to the mother. Then only it will be transported. If the baby monkey is looking for fun this way and that way and loosens the grip, the baby monkey will fall down. It is not the fault of the mother monkey. Bhakti Yoga is like your Markata Kishora Nyayam, where 24/7 you have to hold to the feet of Lord Narayana completely like this. You lose your grip either for your food, drink or sense gratification, etc. And if death happens at that moment, you will not get moksha. Go back to Krishna. Antakalecha mam eva smaran muktva kalevaram. Right? Then only you will get moksha. But you are sleeping and you are dead in your sleep. Are you thinking of Hari Hari in the last minute? You get into an accident and you die in a coma. Are you thinking of Hari Hari in the last minute? Then what is Saranagati? Have you seen a cat and a kitten? It is the same sharp teeth with which a cat can kill a rat. It is the same sharp teeth with which the mother cat will hold a kitten and transport it from one place to the other place. It is the responsibility of the mother cat to transport the kitten from one place to the other place. Saranagati, you leave the burden of transporting your Jivatma at the feet of Paramatma. It is up to him to transport when, how, etc. In a simple way, the mother may die, but will never allow the child to die. Saranagati is, in a simple way, Marjala Kishoranyaya. Or you want to go more deeply? If you cannot think of Hari Hari in your sleep, if you die in your coma, then how do you get moksha? So you take one more birth. You take one more birth. In this birth, you have become 84% perfect. Pass mark in moksha is not 35%, is not 50%, is not 60%, is 100%. I am not saying you failed. There is nothing as failure in Bhakti Yoga. But you did not pass. You got 74%. You did not fail, but you did not pass. What does it mean? Labhate paurvadehikam shuchinam srimatam gehe yoga prashto bhijayate adhava yoginam eva kule bhavate dhimata. You got 74% and you did not pass the exam. Therefore, next birth, you will be born in a very orthodox family, religious family, and where you have left at 74%, you continue from 75%. But there is a probability in the next birth, from 75% you can go up to 88%. There is also an equal danger. From 75% you can come back to 28% also. Both are there. Whereas in Saranagati, if you die in your sleep, if you die in a coma, you know what Bhagavan says? Sthite manasi suswaste, sharire satiyo naraha, dhatu samye sthite smarta, vishwarupancha mamajam, aham smara, Hadastam Riyamanastu, Kashta Pashana Sannipam, Aham Smarami Madbhaktam, Nayami Paramangatim. If you were to die in your sleep like a log of wood, if you were to die in the last minute in a coma like a stone without any consciousness. If you have done Sharanagati, if you do not think of Paramatma in the last minute, you know what Bhagavan says? I will think of my devotee and lead him to moksha. That is the only greatness in Sharanagati. That is why Sharanagati is much more valuable than Bhakti Yoga. If you fail to think of Bhagavan in the last minute, because you are dying either in your sleep or in a coma, like a log of wood or like a stone, Bhagavan says, Aham smarami madbhaktam nayami paramangatim. Do you want to depend on your ability to think about Bhagavan in the last minute and get moksha? Or you want to leave the burden to him and ask him to think of you and give you moksha? That is Sharanagati. Got it? And if you say, don't worry about it, I will think about Bhagavan in the last minute, go back to Kulasekara Alvar. Pranaprayana samaye kapavata pittaihi kantavarodhana vidhau smaranam kutaste. When phlegm and other things are there choking your throat, and if any one of your doctors, you know what they will do? First thing, they bring a vacuum suction and put it in your throat. And with a vacuum suction pump in your throat trying to remove everything, you say, hello, stop it, it is my end, hurry, 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 stop it. Are you going to say hurry, hurry? Exactly. Therefore, how do you get moksha? Therefore, Lord Krishna says, you surrender, aham smarami madbhaktam. That is Sharanagati. You have a microphone and you are not using it. After Sharanagati, you still pray to him. Not because you are expecting anything. You are doing it as a kainkariam to him. As a service to him. So that what for you are doing? Not because you want your daughter to get married. Not because you want your son to get married. Bhagavat Prityartham. Because this is ordained by Bhagavan. You are doing it so that he will be pleased with that. What is the phalam? No. Krupana phalahetavaha. You are not doing for a phalam. You are doing it for Bhagavat Prityartham. Exactly. Amma, can you pass on that microphone to her?
Oh,
I'm
no,
not able to
no,
hear.
They'll pull the
Go ahead, Amma. Yeah. Jnanam Uttamam. Nobody says Jnanam is not bad. You know what exactly the proof that you have Jnanam? Come back to Krishna, you know what he says? If you really are endowed with that Jnana, it will bring you to Sharanagati. Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Jnanavan. Jnanavan. There is no point in taking useless births 1,000 times like a cat or a donkey or a horse or a bird or something. If you have taken human birth 1,000s of times, and if you have accumulated that jnana, only that person who is endowed with that jnana will come and take Sharanagati. The proof that you are a jnani is you take Sharanagati. The proof you have not taken Sharanagati, your jnana is not yet perfect. Are you following? If your knowledge is perfect, then you should have taken Sharanagati. Because you know the futility of you are depending on your ability to think about Hari in the last minute. And you are knowledgeable enough, therefore you leave the burden to him to think of you in the last minute. That is a jnana. So jnanam is a superior. In fact, you know what Krishna says? Bhasmasat kurite arjuna. Jnanagnihi sarvakarmani. Bhasmasat kurite arjuna. The jnana is so powerful. It can wipe out all your karma. Same thing. If you have jnanam, you would have surrendered. At the time of surrendering, aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishami. What happened to your sense? Bhasmasat kurite arjuna. That is jnana. If you have not surrendered, what jnanam is that? You have perfected in jnanam, then go for Sharanagati. You have not taken Sharanagati, your jnanam is still imperfect. I am not saying it is bad, but it has not become perfect. You got the answer? Yes, sir. I think we have to close, right? Are they?
Don't pull too much.
My question is, let's take an example of two people. One following, one doing Sharanagati, another person not doing Sharanagati. both of them die.
Mhm.
You say, the person who does Saranagati has gone to Vaikuntha.
Mm.
The person who has not done Saranagati is reborn.
Mm.
For me, sitting here, I don't know both.
Mhm.
Because whether he is reborn or not, I don't know. I don't know whether he has even merged with God on
Yes.
the other end.
Very good.
So, what is the guarantee?
I understand you are an electronic engineer by profession, right? That software engineer, electronics, etc. Correct? Correct, sir? So electrons, communications, etc., the charges, ions moving from one place to the other place, etc. Correct? Have you ever seen an electron? Answer the question straight. Have you ever seen an electron? What all you are practicing is bogus then? You say you are an electronic engineer. You are practicing your field for so many years. You have never seen an electron. But you still believe in that. Why? Because you did not see, but your professor, who had access to an electron microscope, has seen the electrons. Correct? Even though you have not seen it, you believe, you have 100% faith in your professor who has access to an electron microscope, and you believe your professor's words. Correct? And you are able to do that experiment. Correct? Same thing. You can see an electron when you acquire an electron microscope. Until you acquire an electron microscope, you believe your professor who has seen it with his eyes. Same thing in Saranagati. If you are there at the level of an acharya, you can see the jivatma directly ascending to moksha. If you are not there at the level of an acharya, you have faith in your acharya's words. He has getting the moksha. Same as your example. Still simply say, again, do you mean to say I believe my professor? Even though you got a degree, you can still say, do you mean to say I believe in my professor? But there is a best example for this. I don't know where I have given. The other day, last week we had Hayagriva's Homam. The same concept has come. When the concept of Saranagati was propagated by Bhagavad Ramanuja, and it is followed, the first Vaidika Matham following the true concept of Saranagati was Parakala Matham. And the Parakala Matham in Mysore is very popular. And when they are talking about Saranagati, all the other, samprathaya people, religious people, they went to the Mysore Maharaja and instigated the Maharaja. How do you know Saranagati works? Same question. After death, have you seen whether this fellow has gone to Vaikuntham, he has gone to heaven, he has gone to hell, he is born again as a cat or a dog or a skunk? How do we know that? Nobody knows. So these Vaishnavas are bluffing. They are bluff masters. They are just telling there is Saranagati. You will get moksha. But nobody can prove that. Remember, in Saranagati there is another procedure called Artha Prapatti. Artha Prapatti means, if you do Saranagati now, what is it? You are 50 years old, your health is good, no blood pressure, no heart attack, nothing. You are very healthy. If suppose you go to an acharya and do Artha Prapatti now, in the next 1 minute, you should fall down dead and your Atma should go to Vaikuntham. You know what the other, Sampradaya people, they went and instigated the Mysore Maharaja. Ask them, the real Saranagati nobody can verify. But if you can ask them to insist on Artha Saranagati, Artha Prapatti, do it on a very healthy person, and the next minute you are dead. At least that is proof enough for us that a healthy fellow with no problem is dead within 1 minute as the Artha Prapatti is done. So we believe in Saranagati. Ask them to prove it. Ask them to prove it. Sometimes even Maharajas can get influenced by so many people, right? The Mysore Maharaja came straight to Parakala Matham and insisted on the Brahma Tantra Swatantra Swami. Swamiji, this is it. Prove Artha Prapatti is there. I am ready for Artha Prapatti. Do it on me, and prove there is Artha Prapatti. I should fall down dead in the next minute. Prove it. Otherwise yours is bogus. I won't accept it. The Acharya said, why do you want to challenge like this? He said, no, you must prove. He said, just leave us alone. There is Saranagati. Mysore Maharaja said, nothing doing. You must prove Artha Prapatti. Okay. So the Acharya, you know what he said? Sure. I'll prove Artha Prapatti. Today is not a good day. Come tomorrow. Come tomorrow. I'll prove Artha Prapatti is there. And I will prove to you, if Artha Prapatti is done, the next minute that person will be falling down dead here. I'll prove it to you. Come tomorrow. Sure. Everybody is happy. Good. They accepted the challenge. Right? The Mysore Maharaja came with his retinue the next day. The Acharya, you know what he did? He invited everyone, come, and he asked all of them, okay, be seated. I'll prove there is Artha Prapatti. He went inside the Sannidhi, drew the curtain, and he said, just give me 2 minutes. I'll prove there is Artha Prapatti. 2 minutes has gone. 20 minutes has gone. 1 hour is gone. 2 hours is gone. 5 hours is gone. The curtain is not drawn. The Sri Swami of Parakala Matham, he knew what is happening. He said, Maharaja, Artha Prapatti is proved. The Maharaja asked, what is it that you are saying Artha Prapatti is proved? I'll show you what is Artha Prapatti. He drew the curtain. The Acharya is there at the feet of Lord Sriman Narayana, falling down dead. Then he explained, you are the unfit candidate for Artha Prapatti. You came in a challenging mode to prove Artha Prapatti. You know what the Mahatma thought? Artha Prapatti should not be done for an undeserving fellow. But you are a Maharaja and you are challenging. The Acharya has no choice. Therefore, you know what he did? He did Artha Prapatti on himself. What all you wanted was Artha Prapatti to be proved, and if Artha Prapatti is done, the next minute that person should fall down dead. Because of your stupid actions, we lost a great Acharya. The Acharya reached Sri Vaikuntham. That is why he said 2 minutes. We know what is happening, but you won't believe it. That's why we waited for 1 hour, 2 hours. See, Acharya did Artha Prapatti on himself. You know the Acharya is very healthy till 2 hours back. He did it on himself. What do you say now? The king was just crying and crying and crying. You know what he said? What a unfortunate sin I have accumulated of doing the Brahma Hatya, Acharya Hatya, and the Mathadipati Hatya, Yati Hatya. There is no Nishkruti for my sin. You know what the Mysore Maharaja did? At least as a token of atonement for my sins, can you please bring your Parakala Matham to my Mysore Maharaja's palace? If you go to Mysore even today, Parakala Matham is in one of the palaces of Mysore Maharaja, given by the Maharaja, just as a token of atonement for his own sins. Therefore, Saranagati works. And it is proved just a few hundred years back by the Parakala Matham Jiya in Mysore. Go to Mysore and see. Parakala Matham's headquarters is in Maharaja's palace. Therefore, they could not prove after Saranagati, after natural death, whether somebody has gone to Vaikuntham or heaven or hell, we don't know. Therefore, the Acharya did Artha Prapatti on himself. From that time, this question never came up. Yes. The great Mahatma Parakala Matham Jiya, he did it on himself. Yes. Got answer for your question? Yes, sir. Very good.
And here in the country, can we request for the blessing from the world to
Sure.
taking the loan away for children that we
In fact, whether you like it or not, the priests after doing the puja, you know what they are saying? Swasti prajabhyak paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisham gobrahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Whether you pray or not, the Vedic philosophy says it is the ordained duty of a priest to pray for everyone in the world. And the Vedic mantras, Shanno Mitra Shambarunaha, they say Sham Chatushpate, not only Vipade but Chatushpade. May all the people with the 2 feet be happy. May all the animals with the 4 feet also be happy. Right? Sham Chatushpate. Even for the animals we pray. not only to the human beings. Yes, that's how it is. But yes, you can. There's nothing wrong. Narayana. Thank you again. यदक्षर परभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोस्तुते विसर्ग बिंदु मात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनाच्चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व पुरुषोत्तम श्री विश्वक्सेनादिभ्यो नमः प्रपद्ये निर्वद्यानां षड्जां गुणसम्पदां शरणं भवभीतानां षट्कोपमनीश्वरं श्रीमते रामानुजाय नमः श्रीमते निगमान्तमहादेशिकाय नमः श्रीमते श्रीमदादिवंश षड्गोपैन्द्रमहादेशिकाय नमः श्रीमते श्रीवंशगोप श्री वेदांत देशेन्द्र महादेशिकाय नमः श्रीमते श्रीलक्ष्मीन्द्र समन्वय पादुका सेवक सेवंशगोप श्री नारायण महादेशिकाय नमः श्रीमते शिवंशगोप श्री रंगनाथ महादेशिकाय नमः सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु कर्मफलं सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु।